Hey guys, what's up? So, kind of out of breath. I was out here working. Bear, you coming? And trying to get some stuff done because there's a really big storm coming. And Will looked over and was like, you know, that's good content. I have a tendency to kind of just like put my head down during like tasks like this and get it done, and then pick the camera up later and show you guys. A lot of you complain about it. A lot of you are like, why don't you ever show the work? Because it's harder to show the work. But Will has been challenging me, and you know, he does a lot of videos showing the work without talking. And honestly, I think that's a really good compromise because you can just get stuff done and not feel the need to explain everything. So come with me now to the garden to do some work. Alright, here's Jim. Sup, dog?
Oh, hi.
He's here. Where'd Michael go? He went over there to grab something. And they are getting the fountain set up. They're laying out the stone for the flagstone. They're working on that. There's Wes. It's a hive of activity here right now. Will went that way, Jeremiah went that way, and I am working on this. So I had Maya help me move the tub, and I'm getting it filled with my, this is like fill dirt. It's actually left over from our load last year. It's not super rich, so what I'm going to do is fill this mostly up with the fill dirt and then put some bagged potting soil on top for nutrition. These pots are just getting bagged potting soil. So this is a couple of concrete pots. I picked that one up, that little brown one, and did not realize until I carried it over here that it was covered in ants. So I've like got bites welting up on me, but such is gardening. Thankfully, I'm not allergic to them the way that Maya is, because it's part of living in the South. And if he gets into ants, he's gonna be in a world of pain for days. So yeah, moving soil. Let's do it. We've got some biochar we're gonna throw down in the middle of this tub just to help it be a happy place in the soil, right?
Yep.
That is intensely satisfying. I'm just not sure of the placement of this yet, so I'm not going to fill it. And I'm going to wait on these because I actually want to move them out of the way and put the gravel down first and then settle them into it. So the lighter the better. I think I like this. I just need to chew on it for a minute. The thing I don't like is how close it is to that one, but what I'll do here is cut away this fabric and then lay some cardboard down so there will be a barrier, but I want there to be pass through between the soil in this and, you know, the ground so that we can have more life in the soil. It'll be more beneficial for it to pass through. So yeah. All right, I hear the rain coming in. It's starting to sprinkle, so I'm gonna show you guys and tell you about this because I'm not gonna be able to run the camera. I have these big old pots. These are not concrete. They're just like some sort of plastic. And Maya was grabbing a drill to put some holes in the bottom of those. They don't currently have holes. All right, we're gonna go in the greenhouse so I can tell you something real quick. It's getting windy. A little tip that is often not explained on products. A lot of times people try to grow something and then they fail and they think it's a them thing, when actuality is they just didn't know something basic. And so I think for those of us who know these basic things, we should repeat them, we should share them, because we could literally save somebody's gardening journey from ending right at the beginning. So if you buy a pot and it doesn't have any holes in the bottom, it's probably meant to be used in the house, because, you know, house plants, you don't want them just draining out all over. If you have a pot with holes in the bottom in a house plant, you put it in sink to water it so that the water has a place to go, or you put some sort of saucer underneath it. So when you buy big pots like that, sometimes they won't have any holes, and if you fill it with soil and you plant something outside, it's going to hold so much water in it that it drowns the plant. If you buy a pot to plant something outdoors where you are not just going to be watering it in a measured way where it might get rained on, or, you know, you're planning on watering heavily, put some drainage in it. And that's what we're doing with these pots, because I'm going to put a blueberry plant in each one. I got these at a local nursery the other day. I bought them because the variety is Jewel. It's my little sister's name. Here they are. One is going in here, one is going in there. I got 2 more blueberry plants that are going down in the beds in between the high tunnels, and I'm actually planning on getting a couple more. The ones I got are self-pollinating, but it's nice to have a variety, because some blueberry plants are not self-pollinating. You have to have 2 different varieties in order to get fruit. But I'm thinking here I'm going to put these in the pots where it's close enough that the kids can harvest them without going through that garden. That's why I'm keeping them over on this edge. All right, let's peek in on these guys before it starts raining so hard I have to put my camera up. Look at this.
Almost done. We're like right there. We're so close.
All right, so they're just laying out the stone today. We're not going to do any concrete. What? It does look like South Carolina, doesn't it? It is Carolina flagstone, that's true. This is cool. So Michael and Jim, y'all did the flagstone at our friend's house. Jeremiah was over there, saw it.
Yeah.
And that's why he called you guys, because you did such a lovely job.
It was fun. I actually have pictures of me and Johnson.
Yeah.
And I look like a lobster, like second day.
Yeah.
Sharon kept going, hey, do you want to put some sunscreen on or anything? I was like, nah, I'll be all right. I'm good. And like the whole back.
Oh, no. Well, I don't think you're going to have that problem on this job.
It was awesome, yeah.
Well, I'm so excited for what this is going to look like. It's going to be awesome. And they fixed my fountain, too. Got it all level and set up. Michael was asking me where I'm going to put my waterfall.
Yeah, gotta do a waterfall.
Because every magical place needs a waterfall, right?
Yeah, that's probably why I just go down to Disney.
Yeah.
Actually, I used to go to Opryland Hotel.
Yeah, and they have a beautiful, right in the entry, right?
Yeah, until we got kicked out. You know, when you're a 13-year-old kid.
Oh yeah, you probably acted
and your parents, like you have like young adult chaperones, and they're too busy like going and trying to find girls, and it's like I'm 12, 13 years old, and
Did you get in the waterfall?
No, but I ran around the hotel in my underwear with a cape on. That is a true story. That is absolutely a true story.
Oh man.
Well, you know, Opryland Hotel has like these beautiful conservatories. Have you ever been?
Yeah, I have.
Like they are immaculate. So like you would think, hey, don't let a bunch of like teenage kids, like thousands of them.
What was it for?
Like a youth convention.
Yeah,
thing.
that's funny.
Yeah.
All right, guys. editing Jess technically, but I have something to say. I just finished editing the first part of this video after coming inside because of the weather. But you know, I was thinking about it watching this video and seeing our garden come together, and already just the number of people that have put their hands to that space. We moved here, let's see, we came out and saw this property. Maya had seen it. He brought the family out almost 2 years ago. It was 2 years ago next month that we made that video announcing that we were moving here, if you'll recall that. If you've not seen that, you should definitely go watch it. It's a great video. But it's incredible to me what this land looked like then versus what it looks like now, and how over the course of 2 years, with our vision and creativity and the help of many people and a lot of hard work on our parts and just all around, we've carved out this farm, you know, and this garden is coming together. And I keep being completely taken aback when I'm editing. Like when I'm standing in it, it moves my heart. When I see it on the screen, for some reason, it's like, whoa, like this is, it's looking like my garden. And I know I keep saying that, but I hope that it can be encouraging to you guys that building a garden takes years. Will and I were talking today about the perennial garden, and I was telling him how excited I am to see the second year of that. We planted all those perennials last year and they're starting to pop up now. And every new thing that pops up or starts budding or blooming, we're so excited. But we really won't see that look like it is supposed to for another year or two, because it takes like 3 or 4 years for a perennial garden to really start filling out and maturing. I don't know, I'm just appreciating the process right now in these moments whenever like the flagstone's getting set down and, you know, the pavilion went up, and I'm excited for each little step. One day those will be permanent fixtures. Those will be things that are just these backbone parts of the garden. And I think so many of you came along in our old garden once it was past this point. And it was like, oh, that it would be easy to look at that and think, I wish I could have a garden like that, but not really know how much time goes into it. I mean, never mind everything else that goes into it, the work and the resources and all the different things, but the time that goes into that just for things to mature, just for each little project to get chipped away at. And I can already tell you that this year we will not get everything into that garden that we plan on doing. We're making a big rush right now of things. It's just the time to do it right here before spring, but there will be structures. I don't know that we'll get the fencing done that we want to do. I mean, we're still planting a lot of things. And there's still the whole bottom part of the garden belt past the driveway that goes to the barn that we haven't even touched yet. Like that's supposed to be berries and all this stuff. So it's just interesting. I mean, I actually think that once it's said and done, we'll probably stand in that garden how I originally envisioned it about 5 or 6 years after we moved here. I think that's how long it'll actually take to get everything in, everything built. And the truth is, at that point, we'll probably loop back around to the beginning and start changing things, because it just never stops growing and changing and going deeper, I guess. The expression of what a garden is just evolves over time, and I think that's beautiful and lovely. And I'm so glad I have such a record of the love that went into it and the work and the mind of so many people. I just think it's fascinating. So my thoughts while editing for you. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I bless you. Until next time.